Welcome to HUFC TV, girls and boys and bald-headed babies. It's Johnny Fortinos and Blakey with a special. It's a HUFC TV special edition tonight.
The resurrection special, Greg.
Be quiet till I ask it. I'll let you know when you can join in, all right? Anyway, welcome back. It's a big one tonight from Olympic Village, Catalina Street, the home of the mighty Warriors, as they take on Sunbury United, who could be giant killers by the end of the evening in the fourth round of the Cup. Winner goes on to the fifth round, loser goes home. It's going to be a beauty. Hope you enjoy it. Stay with us. The lights are on. And JB on C is back on camera. It's the old band got back together without, of course, Paul McCartney, who's Spielberg. He's nicked off. He's nicked off.
I've got an exclusive for you, Blake. We're live and exclusive, by the way.
Oh,
we should tell.
Oh, how lovely.
We're the only ones covering this game, this big game. But I've got to tell you, little whispers, little birdies whispered, tells us.
Is this going to go on for long, Johnny?
It might go on until half time, Greg. I'll get it out if it kills me. Spielberg was seen whining around this area, claiming that he's not, after 7 p.m, he's not contracted to be here, so he's got the runner. No,
well, good on you, Spielberg. Well done to you for, I don't know what he does, but the game itself tonight, Johnny, the season for Sunbury United, they're in 5th place on the State League Division 3 Northwest ladder, behind, ironically enough, the league leader there, the Heidelberg Eagles. But
that's only one game, though.
It's only one game. The season started last week, but having said that, their cup run started way back in round 1 for them. They've won 1, not 2, not 3. Well, they've won 3 in a row to get here tonight, and I reckon they will be pumped and ready for this one. What about the Warriors' undefeated start to the season under Johnny Anastasiadis? It's, I reckon tonight's... tell me something, John. You're a wise old owl.
I don't know about the wise bit.
No, I don't know about either of them. Don't forget Melbourne City Toyota and, of course, Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, thanks to this. John, I just wonder whether Johnny A, because he's definitely built the structure around defending in game. I don't see he's defensive, but they've done really well, conceded 4 in their 7 league games. But does he open up the throttle, handbrake off tonight and go for it against a minnow in Sunbury United, or is it caution?
I think the mantra has been all year that, and when we've spoken to him during the midweek shows and even after the games, is that we're going to play our way. He says we'll play our way. We're trying to attack. And you'll notice this season that they have been trying to build from the back and actually keep possession of the ball, recycle all the time. Very good defensive record, only 4 goals and 4 clean sheets out of 7, undefeated. But the last 3 weeks have been on the road and three away draws, so they'd be happy with that against some of the quality teams in the league.
It's been, do you know how long it is, John? I'll tell you.
I've got a feeling you're about to tell us.
257 days since our last broadcast, which was last year's Doherty Cup final.
Unbelievable.
Which it's been a long time, John, and I thought I miss you. I did. I thought to myself, I miss you. But then I got here tonight. I had a look at that face of yours, and I thought, what was I thinking? Well, it's a beautiful night for cup tie footy here at Olympic
better
Village.
In the dark, Greg.
Or you could just go home. It's.
But isn't the pitch looking great, Greg?
The ground looks absolutely sparkling, doesn't it? It's in beautiful condition. And beautiful conditions tonight. I believe it's getting down to about 16. It's about 21 now. But
ideal football conditions.
It is, and reasonably still as well, John. It probably bodes well to perhaps go through the starting lineup for Heidelberg United, because we're not far away from seeing the 2 teams on the paddock. 4th round football in the Doherty Cup. The Warriors went all the way to the final last year, the semi-final the year before, so they know the road to travel, John.
Yeah, Greg. In goals will be the second in line.
We just stay with us, folks.
Ryan Govan.
If you've got an hour to spare, we'll go through the team line.
So, also, Greg, before I had a chat to Nicholas Olsen, who underwent a pretty severe head injury at the weekend.
How did that happen, John?
Well, let's just say it was a head clash, anyhow. But he's feeling fine. He's got to do the mandatory 10 days of no contact, but all things being equal, he should be right for next week's league match. But I'll go through the team line. It's Ryan Govan in goals. Ben Collins, who's been a revelation, Greg, at
you
the
like
back.
him, don't you?
With AJ at number 5. Anthony Lesiotis working his way back to full fitness after a leg injury late last season. The skipper, Adrian Zara, comes back after that suspension from last week. Dominic Fowler in the middle, along with Anthony Lesiotis, Dion Nicolaitis,
Johnny A.
and Johnny Apostle opposite right back.
I met his dad tonight. He's lovely.
That's
I like him better than I like you.
Another injury to Amar Ali, so he's out, and Johnny Apostle opposite the right back. Kane Shepherd, who got on the score sheet against Port Melbourne.
Scored 10 in the cup run last year, so he doesn't mind a
be looking
goal or
there.
two.
And Greg, I've got to shout out to Graham Ellis, who's been on tenterhooks all day, wondering whether we're going to be calling this game. Sean is in the starting lineup, number 19.
Is he going to be disappointed or pleased?
Well,
anyway.
We'll see. And then another young recruit who's been signed, Benjamin Devine, who makes his first appearance in the starting lineup.
Don't forget, Johnny, just to take a break from your recitation.
Dissertation.
It's Cup Round 4 if you're just tuning in on HUFC TV, special edition tonight. Under lights, it's the Warriors hosting Sunbury United, the underdogs, but my word, I tell you what, they'll be up for it. Don't worry about that. The bench for the Warriors tonight, Johnny.
Greg, Yaron Souza, who's probably been one of Heidelberg's shining lights this season, been a real asset in goals. Leo Mazes, who has started most games but has been struggling to get into goal scoring form. Another youngster, Nicholas Stefanodakis on the bench. Josh Pinn was injured a couple of weeks ago.
Scored a couple of ripping
and he's
goals.
top goal scorer this season so far. Anthony Theo, who's again struggled to break in.
And the smiling assassin.
And the smiling Matt Salakiti's back from injury as well as the Heidelberg and Sunbury teams come out, Greg.
I knew you'd get there eventually, John. You've soldiered through. It's like walking through.
Do we go through the Sunbury team, Greg?
Oh, yeah, of course, John. If you can take
keeper Samuel Mumford, number 3.
Of my life. One of Mumford's sons, John.
One of Mumford's sons, that's right. Josh Gretsch, the captain, number 3. Number 7, Jake Zamea. Number 10, Jake McIntyre. Number 12, Rakan Fleefel. Number 13, Tyrese Smith-Grant. Number 14, Jason Hain. Number 16, Adam Gazic. Number 18, Nam Pham. Number 20, I can't even read my own writing there, Ayuba Abrima. And number 99, Nathan Long. Substitutes, reserve keeper Sam Wilson. Number 6, Max Zapic. And number 9, Reno Damiano. Thomas Not, number 11. 15, Kyle Anderson. And Yunus Abrea, number 24, Greg, as the team lineup.
If you've stayed with us through all that, stay with us now for the big stuff, and it's the game itself in the predominantly white top, the black shorts and the white stockings is Sunbury United. We go through the rigmarole of pretending everybody likes each other, but in a couple of minutes' time it will be down to business in this cup tie 4th round here at Olympic Village tonight. I am very, very excited, Johnny, and quickly just running through those other sponsors, club sponsors for Heidelberg. My Dream RV, Bell Collision, Chima Group, of course, Prime Plastic Bags, Nero Plumbing, AIG Security, and Suvalaki GR. John Fodinos and yours truly, Greg Blake. Spielberg set us up and then he ran off into the night.
Yes, it's a contractual thing, Greg. So
I think he's just abstaining for accepting responsibility for anything that may go wrong, but nothing will go wrong. Hopefully, the Warriors have not tripped at this hurdle at home for 11 years. Just once in 11 years. That was against Hume City, if you'll recall, Johnny, back in 2019 in an extraordinary game.
Yes, that was an amazing 5-4 from memory that time, is it?
Against Hume City, is absolutely correct.
It was the last time they've been defeated in the Doherty Cup.
In the 4th round.
In the 4th round.
At home, John. That's what I meant. In the 4th round or at home. Anyway, the Warriors, they break from the team huddle. Sunbury United, they're together, they're bonding, they're gathering, they're committing. It's an exciting time for a club like Sunbury United to come up from the depths and end up under the lights here at Heidelberg. Just their victims so far. I had it written down. Gisborne in the 1st round, Yarra Jets in the 2nd round, and West Point in round 3 of the Cup. They'll be heading to the right of screen down towards the Social Club end of Olympic Village. The Warriors get us away. Anthony Lesiotis with the first clean touch of the game. They'll play it round the Cape. AJ for Dion, who just kind of scampers to half field to skipper Zara. And they've been very, very good at possession football already this year, haven't they, John? The Warriors?
Yes, that's been the mantra, is to keep possession and high tempo. I reckon the first 10 minutes will be a good indication of how serious Sunbury are. They'll probably give it their all. But
I think they're bloody serious, John. They wouldn't be here otherwise.
They're looking to obviously cause a major upset. It's different playing the Gisbornes and the West Points of this world, but Heidelberg different. There's a foul throw given.
They're, as I see, Johnny, so there's 5 divisions essentially below Heidelberg in Victorian competition, but in the cup it means very, very little. Actually, not a bad crowd building up.
Yeah,
John?
there's a bit of late comers. Had a few of our old fans here coming up wishing us a good call.
Neem fan couldn't control it. Zara can spears the throw down the sideline. He'll get a second look at it. Lesiotis for Dion. AJ. He's a beauty. Now this is another fella that
Ben Collins, Greg.
Yeah, you're a big rap for Collins, aren't you?
Yeah, he's been really good this season. Very solid player, and doesn't mind distributing the ball forward. You can see there, Shepherd dropping deep.
Well, that's a good spearing ball for Nicolaitis. Zara makes the chase. The Sunbury player just got in his way. I reckon that was Nathan Long.
Yeah, the number 99. Unusual to see a number that high, Greg.
Yes. Well, I can't even count that high, Johnny. Throw it to the Warriors.
Wonder if you know Maxwell Smart, Greg.
Played just on 2 minutes. Oh, Dion, beautiful. Split the gap wonderfully well. They work it into the box. It just eluded, but that bounced away, didn't it, from Shawnee?
Yeah, not the usual sticky feet for Sean Ellis that time. But in close
Collins
quarters.
just buffets his way into the contest, but they come up with it. Well done by Sunbury United. They'll draw the free kick and heading towards the Social Club in. Who ate all the pies, Johnny? That's all I got to say.
There we go. Another free kick for hanging on there against the Burgers. So Sunbury.
I reckon they'll draw a few. You can't help but empathise with the teams. Hayne will walk away from the football.
Now, Greg, we must point out that Sunbury normally do wear yellow and black, but being the away side, of course, wearing the white strip.
Joel Gretsch, the skipper of Sunbury United, left footer ranging into the meat of the penalty area, away by the Warriors. Zara had to leap high to get their header to it. Well played by Heidelberg. Ellis stroked it. Zara ran. The intercept was on though. And Warriors will restart toward the, what is it there? The Southern Road end, the scoreboard end. Of course it is. Is Northland open tonight? Are people aimlessly shopping for white goods?
The pre-Easter sales.
Shepherd for Johnny A. His hair streaming. I love Johnny A. Powerful. He will get the throw in deep in attacking territory. Right-hand side, that's the Northland side of the ground,
yes,
where the aimless consumers wander with their dead eyes, maxing out their credit card. Lesiotis. Back for Collins. Measured and deliberate, the Warriors. They've been so good this year. As you mentioned, they've conceded just 4 in 7 games in the NPL here in Victoria, which is, in fact, equal to the best of any Heidelberg teams in the last 35 years. I checked on that. Lesiotis carves a path. Ellis will get a second look. Toe poke. Shepherd for Lesiotis. Had a little bit of room to move. He was chased down, though, vigorously round the corner ball. Nicolaitis. Ellis appears again and stabbed at and cleared by Nathan Long. Johnny?
Well, Greg, they've been very compact at the moment, Sunbury. Heidelberg just trying to work them over, trying to find little spots in the holes there, but so far so good for Sunbury. It's, of course, only about 4.5 minutes in.
Throw in to the chest of Sarah Ellis again. Gee, they really are good at working the ball around her.
Oh yes, that's been the mantra this year. Just tight, compact passing.
Collins, Lesiotis. Oh, it gets a cannon. It just bobbles away from Sunbury. Come up with a ball. Hitting the deck was Tyson Smith Grant, I think. Warriors still though, relentless. Shepherd powers one in, rockets one in, and straight in the arms of Mumford's son Samuel. Sam Mumford. I wonder if he gets that a lot. He probably would, wouldn't he?
Good ball through, and
Collins, well, he had to clear it. He had his back to it. Does really, really well. Controls it. Angles it round the corner for Dom Fowler. So, Warriors, well, they're looking sharp enough, haven't they? Dion Nicolaitis, I love your knee on Dion. Spears that one.
It's Divine, Greg.
Oh, yes, it is. That was Divine. The square ball wasn't quite, but Ellis pounces. Oh. He got scragged. Oh, come on. Seriously. Johnny? He had a handful of Shawnee Ellis's breast then.
Well, I can't see how he didn't see that, but anyhow.
That's what I saw,
Play on,
John.
says the referee.
I know.
He's the man in charge.
He is, John. Leslie Otis for Zara. He did.
The master of the understatement, Greg.
We played, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers and, of course, Melbourne City Toyota. We played just on 6 minutes, no score, cup tie, 4th round. Warriors against Sunbury United, the gallant 3rd Division State League team. State League West, Johnny.
State League Northwest, that's right.
Northwest, of course, yes.
And they've just had their first game of the regular season last weekend. 1-1 draw at Altona North.
It's always a tough one. Altona North.
Clash of traditional rivals, Greg.
You're all right, fair. It's good to see you again, John, almost, to some degree. Anyway, HA sets off, long striding to Hartfield.
Good work by Divine there, Greg.
It was actually. Zara, the give and go for himself. He's getting no currency from the defender right now. Zara finally rounds the cape, but it's going to come back.
I think he might have paid the handball there, Greg.
Did I mention, look, this is no slight on the referee, he hasn't spoiled the game yet, but you know, you're in this situation, they do get some, they get, well, not soft free kicks, but they're going to look for them, aren't they? Because you want the underdogs to perform, you want them to do well. You're willing them because they're the underdogs, Johnny.
We want a contest, don't we, Greg?
Yes.
There'll be no contest if it's over shortly, but AJ with the header away. And now picked up by Fowler. Lesiotis again with Fowler.
Tom Fowler turns a 180. Slides it outside for Johnny A. Apostolopoulos. He's a beauty. I love him. Ellis had to sprint and leap like a hurdler. But Sunbury United away. Oh, look. The number 12 there, Falefel, he put his head down and he ran like it was a 100-metre final at the Olympics, but he couldn't chase it down. So Warriors will get it back, and Ryan Coburn strides across the goal face. They'll get a restart. Gee, I tell you.
Spielberg's texting through, Greg.
I tell you what, how about to tell Spielberg to mind his own business? To his Lesiotis. He just waited on that from AJ and Shepherd. AJ again. Tom Fowler. Getting plenty of the footy, aren't they? Over a half line was Ellis, Lesiotis. He's been really busy early. Kane Shepherd wants to launch something, or does he? Top of the box for who was that? Divine, wasn't it?
Yeah, he couldn't quite get to that.
Oh, Divine by name and hopefully Divine by nature. 8.5 played. John Fotinos, JPLC, and who am I again? All right,
Blakey.
That's the one. Oh dear. So it will be Mumford. Sam Mumford at the Southern Road Inn. The right footer is a beauty. He hammers it through the night evening. Johnny A gets it to ground. They've got the numbers at the fall of Sunbury, but they turn it over when it counted. Zara arched his back, powered it back for AJ. Dion Nicolaitis.
That affects Mike really kicking in there, Greg.
It's effective, John.
Oh, yes.
I think it's just...
Can hear the thud of the ball as it hits the boot.
Can hear the twerping of the stupid birds as well, Johnny.
Oh, there's that too, Greg, but
Anybody,
all adds to the ambience.
If
Greg.
there's a bird whisperer somewhere, you can just shut them up for 5 seconds. That'll be terrific.
Good pick off there, but Dion will get it back, Greg.
Dion, he was determined, wasn't he? Lesiotis, he pops it over the top for Shepherd, the left footer. It takes the cannon. The claims of handball. Loose man down is Fowler.
And it's Dom Fowler, Greg.
Yes, John. on 9 3/4 minutes. And the Dominator. Well, it almost looked easy in the end. He just stabbed it past the goalkeeper. And the Warriors are ahead of Sunbury United by a goal to nil.
Yes, and great lead-up play by it was Kane Shepherd who got the cannon there, and fell very, very obligingly for Dom Fowler, who followed in as a good midfielder should, and had the relatively straightforward task of slamming it home past Mumford.
This time last year in the 4th round, the Warriors took on Springvale White Eagles here and won that run by 5 goals to 1. So it's an enterprising start from the Warriors tonight, but don't write them off yet. The Armour does really well, squares it, kept it on the deck. Good read from AJ, under pressure Zara. Delightis.
Again there.
And Lesiotis makes himself available for the goalkeeper, and off they go through Collins. Johnny Apostolopoulos. Tom Fowler, the goal scorer. Shepherd, the good Shepherd, the great Shepherd. He's been terrific.
Well, he's again provided the assist that time, Greg, and that's been more of the good work of Shepherd this year rather than scoring goals.
I haven't had a single one-syllable conversation with him for a year
Still.
now. I'm Greg. I'm Kane. That was it.
267 days, Greg.
Oh, I don't think we've missed each other all that much. Apostolopoulos over the top. Ellis, gentle, was looking for Shepherd.
Yeah, he was indeed. A subtle little pass there, but couldn't link up.
11.5 played, working on all the directing tonight and all the technical skills. It's John Fodinos. So
yeah, not very successful at the moment.
It's a worry.
I'm struggling with this scoreboard thing.
Federhaji.
I'll tell you, Greg.
Okay, well, yes. Nicolaitis. It's a bit of a gut punch for the visitors here tonight. I saw them. I was in the car park, Johnny, watching them come in, and gee, they were up for it. They were so excited about the opportunity to play tonight. Well done by Devine. But out of play, and it's going to be a Sunbury United ball. Deep back right, 12 and 15 played. And it's a 1-0 game thanks to
I reckon we might have got that scoreboard going, Greg.
Don't look. You know what?
I feel quite chuffed with myself there.
I know you do. I can see that, Johnny. You've become a business mogul, and look at you now. You've mastered the scoreboard on the screen. And Spielberg, if you're listening,
service not right.
Don't even bother coming back.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Melbourne City Toyota, Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. John Byrne, John whatever, with Fodinos, that's right.
J-Fod.
Yeah, that'll do, it's easier. Zara skims it across the surface for Johnny A, and he launches the right footer, and he got under it, and off it went. In terms of aerodynamics, and if that was an aeroplane, he got perfect lift off, Johnny. But
nice move, but well, that's not a striker's finish, is it, Greg?
Yeah, I'll tell you, you've switched to genius mode, haven't you?
Oh.
All right.
Master of the bleeding obvious, Greg.
Samuel
MBO.
Sunbury United. It's 1-0 Warriors, still a one goal game. The Birds are still what time do Birds go to sleep?
Well, there's light, there's hope, Greg.
1-0 the Warriors lead it. Mumford goes long to half field, but it powers out of play.
Now, Greg, does this count as praise?
Probably not.
He said champion all fixed. That's Spielberg.
Please stop. Please stop texting, John. You're not 9 years old. Just get off the phone, for goodness sake.
He's my bestie. But the contract says he can't stay after 7.
When are you going to build a cubby house together? All right. Please get off the phone. Federhajic back for the goalkeeper tonight. It's Ryan Govan.
Yeah, in for deputising for Yaron Souza.
Who's had a splendid year as Souza.
Now we're going around the
Shepherd. He looked measured. He looked beautiful in on the ball.
We're going to go around the grounds, Greg, with some other. There's a total of 19 games played here in Victoria tonight. Quarter of an hour in, Port Melbourne 0, Oakley 0.
Oh, AJ split the gap. Shepherd goes to ground. Got to be a free kick. It's about a step and a half outside. He didn't pay it, did he?
No, he didn't pay it. Play on.
I told you. I said, didn't
Yes,
I? That was a dead set free kick every day of the week. But anyway.
Well, not according to this referee.
Yeah, but you don't get to make it up as you go along, John, depending on the game. Anyway, sorry, Johnny.
That whistle will be in charge.
Yes.
And blue uniform.
Are you going to do the scores, or are we just
No, we're going around the ground. So Port Melbourne 0, Oakley 0, 17 minutes in. The other big clash, Melbourne Knights 0, South Melbourne 0. At the Springvale White Eagles are down 1-0 to St Kilda. And
Kane Shepherd burst through. He got his arm dragged. Nothing called. It wasn't as obvious, perhaps, as the previous one. Anyway, and right back to Hartfield, and AJ will quarterback it out of the back half.
Langwarren taking on Doveton. Just started, and Hoppers crossing and bring back Stallions. They're only going to provide us with a full-time score, Greg.
Oh, good. Well, God bless them.
So there you go.
Still got a landline out there, Johnny Ellis.
Well, we did
Collins.
We did battery operated there one year.
Oh dear. The left footer was an awkward one, but it hit the mark in Shepherd. The goalkeeper Kane was brave. It's ball. It spills loose. It calls for a penalty. Nothing to it. No, that's what I'm all right with that one. Lesiotis tried to wrestle his way past Hayne. Sunbury United, they hang on, they grip on with white knuckles, but the Warriors come again. Striding away, Lesiotis. Shepherd back to goal. Double team, so he takes the release ball.
The goal scorer, Fowler.
Tom Fowler with a swivel and a turn. He almost played himself into trouble because the pressure came from Pham, I think it was. And it's a 1-0 game. Just a reminder, Warriors up by 1. And we have played 16 and a half minutes, special edition of HUFC TV. Some 267 days since the last broadcast. Whoops-a-daisy. Well done, Dion. Oh, Zara was brilliant. He got past his opponent, Pham. And in the end, he's robbed at the death.
It'll be a goal kick. So they're defending well enough, Greg, but you just feel like Heidelberg threatening every time they go forward. And, well, it's just a matter of time, you think, before a second might come. But at the moment, well, they'd be reasonably happy after 17 minutes to only have conceded the one goal.
Don't let your hubris overrun your mind, John, because a one-goal lead means very, very little in this game.
No, it doesn't indeed. It's means it's a one-goal lead and slender lead at that.
So the bomb to half-field. Fowler just bent over. Lesiotis measured as always. Nicolaitis, the wild man Johnny A. Collins.
Drilled at it.
He did. Nearly knocked him off. Nearly knocked him off his feet. Oh, yeah. Oh, how good was that? How good was that from Tom for Zara, the skipper, the Mexican. It bobbled away from him. He keeps working it and working it. Shepherd now, the ball down from Devine and Ellis. It's airborne. Goalkeeper brave. Good take. Good bit of play. Nice and exciting. Kept you on razor's edge, didn't it, Johnny?
Well, Greg, they tried to really construct the move there with short passes and then little flicks with the chest, and in the end it came to naught. But Mumford looks like a short fella to be a senior keeper, Greg. Looks like he's in the under 16s.
Yeah, right.
Reminiscent of John Honos from Oakley in stature.
Okay, John. Thanks. Sure.
We can hear those two kids in the
front.
front.
Sure, he loves to be short-shamed. Turned away by AJ. A little bit of pressure coming. Good stuff from Sunbury United. They're still well in this one. It's a 1-0 game. Don Fowler arched it back. It's Lesiotis. Goes straight up Route 1 for the good Shepherd. Collins will have to struggle. Oh, he did really well. Oh, no, he didn't. Well, he tried. Yes, he did. He kept it in play, John.
Yes, he got there eventually, and very assured on the ball.
It was like one of your editorials. Fowler for Dion Nicolaitis.
Langwarren a goal up at home to Doveton, Greg, in the fifth minute of play in one of the other games around the grounds.
Last time the Warriors were unlocked by a team below them in the NPL was back in 2021, as I recall, at Nunawading City. Yes. That was hot that day. It was a very hot day.
undone by some hubris that day, as we said, Greg.
Oh,
now they're a chance.
The runner's on. That's Smith Grant. Smith Grant
Oh,
with a
lovely
dart
work.
and a dash by the hyphenated
I reckon
Smith Grant, and a good stop from Govan. Govan made himself big, came to the edge of the 6-yard area, and Smith Grant, who was very elusive, he just sort of he Nureev'd his way through the pack of players, didn't he?
Greg, that was superb play that time. He split the two defenders and really might have done better with that in the end, but Ryan Govan spread himself well and blocked the shot in the end, but the
Corner,
warning
Jake.
signal to Heidelberg United defence.
Jake Zamea, Social Club end, doing pretty brisk business tonight, far post, and headed clear by Kane Shepherd. They'll get another look though into the hot spot and a bounce into the arms of Ryan Govan. Nureev, you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, poor throw, Greg, but
That's all right.
they'll get away with that one.
You know, there's a ballet dancer by the name of Pavlova, Divine. Oops, daisy. You won't be happy with that. Zara, did you see him just marshal the proceedings and kept his head, bellowed the instructions, and it's perfect.
Very experienced campaigner, knows the caper well, Greg.
Do you ever see Pavlova dance, Johnny? There's Johnny A. Beautiful stuff. Oh, I tell you what, low scud missile into the box. Now come again. Ellis. Oh, Ellis. I love that about him. He's just beautiful to watch. Yeah, he really is. Yeah, no, he really is. And Lesiotis tried to start a step against the hyphenator. Shepherd's in, and the stop is on from the Mumford son, one of his best, Sam Mumford, who might be too short according to John Frodenos, but that was a good pick-off again.
Did well, stayed low, and
you got an issue with short people, John?
Not at all, Greg. I was just commenting that for a senior keeper, he's short in stature.
There's some
Relatively.
short people want to give you a belt right in the nose for that.
Well, they're the last people to get wet when it rains, Greg.
Are they, John?
Oh, great work again.
You can only say that because they look up to you, that's all. See, Johnny, they look up to you. See where
well, most short people do, Greg.
This bloke's all right, isn't he?
Oh, he's shown a bit. And they're working the ball well.
Oh, give it away. He's not going to call it, is he? Surely. That was McIntyre pulling off a Tony Award nominated spill at the edge of the penalty area.
You can see again the Heidelberg team trying to play the ball out from the back.
No what, John?
Well, they're not.
No flamboyance.
No
no extravagance. Patience. Playing it careful. I'll give you a stat in a minute, John. You know I'm full of them.
Oh, yes.
To Nicolaitis. So they just travel around the Cape the other way this time. You ever travel around the Cape of Good Hope, John? In a boat?
Only Cape Shankry.
Cape Fear. Johnny A. drags it in before the line. For Fowler, Lesiotis got some acreage. He hammered it. Came off the heels, I think, of Kane Shepherd. And in the end, Sunbury United will clear. It is a very special edition, return edition after 267 days.
Now, what's that stat, Greg?
Which one, Johnny?
The one that you just said.
No, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm enjoying the action, but I will. Johnny A. and his coaching style. And I always, it was Johnny A's. John Anastasiadis' 350th NPL game last weekend as a coach. Did you know that?
He missed out that stat, Greg.
No, that's not. Oh, Zara turned. He had to scamper after it. Zion into the hot spot. They've got the players back. They had the numbers. It was a good read, and they'll come clear. They might even recalibrate and relaunch. Smith Grant, he goes to ground. No free kick, nothing called. And a speculative one downfield will be an easy one for Ryan Govan at the Social Club end. It's a 1-0 game. The only goal of the game so far. Stop playing on your phone.
No, I'm just checking, watching other scores, Greg.
I know.
No changes around the grounds.
The only goal of the game on 9 minutes through Dom Fowler, and that's the way we remain after 25. Ellis on to his right, and it just pinions into the air.
Yeah, see, if he was a bit taller there, Greg, he might have got that.
So if there's any short people in the audience that want to give Jafe a whack on the nose. No, he's been good though.
It's
hasn't
not limited to short people, Greg. It's pretty tall people.
It's corner to the Warriors. They're up by 1 and 1 goal closer to the 5th round of the Doherty Cup / Australia Cup. The Ellis corner is a beauty into the danger zone, and Johnny A with his mane of hair flashing into the night sky.
Yeah, couldn't direct that.
No, he's got a fixation at the moment with managing to put the footy over the crossbar. It's twice this half.
Just trying to head it over the keeper, but also over the bar.
Do you want to have another crack at him, do you? Gee whiz. All right, I reckon he's been terrific. Well played, Sam Mumford, so far.
The Sunbury people might come up here and give me a whack in a moment. They're watching. But hope you're enjoying the coverage, Greg. Great to be back.
Sunbury people. Oh, no, it's not, John. And boom, it goes airborne through McIntyre and out of play. So attacking half for Sunbury United. Adam Gazic is going to take the throw in front of the coach's area.
I'd be thrilled, Greg. 27 minutes just about, or 26 minutes just about ticked over, and they're only a goal down, and it might have equalised through Tyson Grant as the ball's played in.
AJ puts the header on the deck. Anthony Lesiotis, the back spinner. It won't have the petrol in the tank to get to Shepherd. And they'll bounce back at the other end again.
Great run.
They have got a little bit of adrenaline happening right now, and Lesiotis, he had to get a foot to it because powering in was Jake Zamea with the cross, and Lesiotis, well, the lesser of two evils, out of play, but they get another corner, Johnny. That's their second. They've started to reel their way back into this. Don't worry about that. They have been
a couple of times. They've had good opportunities down this right-hand flank, Greg, and Heidelberg certainly haven't had it all their own way. But
the underdog is barking and snapping right now, Johnny.
Well, they're in the contest, Greg, and that's a good thing for Sunbury United fans.
HUFC TV Special Edition. Zamea with the corner. He sits it airborne, but well off the mark, wasn't it, John?
Disappointing, Greg, because they're not going to get too many opportunities, you wouldn't think, from set pieces.
Right now, I think they've really started to raise their game. I think they've realised they can play against Heidelberg United. Good on them too. Yeah. State League 3 Northwest, they're 5th currently. Only played 1 game, so match practice hasn't. They're even lacking in solid match practice, aren't they?
Yeah, you'd think as the game wears on, Greg, that the superior fitness and technical ability of Heidelberg will...
Hey, look at you, getting ahead of yourself again, AJ.
But you have to perform, as you said, Greg.
You are haughty. You are supercilious, John. Lesiotis, look it up in your phone book dictionary. What is it? Dictionary.
Lexicon, Greg.
Collins. For Ellis. Collins again. Oh, that was swift and sure around the body. Anthony Lesiotis, who's knocked up getting the footy already tonight.
You see a couple of banks of defenders there as they're trying to work their way through, Greg.
Dion, he was shaping, and then he...
It's a good workout for Heidelberg because they're learning how to play against teams that will defend like this.
Well, I reckon that might be a free kick to Sunbury United. I don't think they've been particularly defensive though, Jane.
No, they've just held their shape well, and
I like what I've seen. I like the cut of their combined jibs, John.
Yeah, and Tyrese Smith-Grant's been very lively as the sole striker at times.
Well, he cut a rug a few minutes ago, didn't he? Dancing through the defence and setting himself up. And there's that tiny little magician of a goalkeeper, Samuel Mumford. I wonder, is that still a thing? Mumford and Sons, I don't know. Is it still a band? I don't know. I don't follow music anymore. Devine will try and chase it down. It's got to be a Warrior ball.
Good work again.
Devine will scamper across to take it. Decks it for Johnny Apostolopoulos. Did I say I met his dad? He's lovely. He was very nice to me. He was very critical of you, John.
Well, most people are.
Collins, we've played.
It's been 267-day penance, Greg.
We've played. It's the longest suspension in commentary history. Farland nearly got his second. Ellis, great stop. Wonderful stop. Invigorating, team-lifting stuff from Sam Mumford then.
Intricate play again by the Burgers, and a beautiful strike by Sean Ellis, but
he's too short, isn't he, John?
Well, not short enough there for that time.
How good was that, though? It was
Great
really good
save.
stuff. That lifts the team around him, you know. That's wonderful stuff from Sam Mumford, the goalkeeper for Sunbury United. It's a 1-0 game. The Warriors lead at Donfala on 9. Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, and of course Melbourne City Toyota. Corner is run adjacent to the line. An arm wrestle is on, winning out Tom Fowler. He's up for it tonight. Into the hot spot. Johnny A couldn't keep it down. Big lead from Nicolaides will favour Shepherd. He might have to make a second effort. He did. Cheeky then. Double team. He was fighting in a phone box then was Zara. Belted forward. Nicolaides loops the header. The game is on right now,
yeah,
Johnny. The on button has been pressed.
Absolutely, and they're up for it very much so. Sunbury United, as you said, a team lifting save there by Mumford.
By the little tiny short goalkeeper that you were potting about.
Change my tune.
Yeah, yes.
Summarily, Greg.
OB comes up and gives you a whack after the game as well.
I'll show you who's short, eh?
I'll show you who's short, eh?
Pretty white.
We've played 31 minutes, and it's a 1-0 game in this 4th round Doherty Cup / Australia Cup tie. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Sunbury United right now are up to their necks in this clash. They've been really good fighting back from that setback early. Don Fowler on 9.
And if you're Heidelberg, you'd love a second goal just to settle any nerves as Johnny Postolopoulos infringes.
Really?
Oh, it was just about there, Greg.
Oh, give me a break, John. Much in all as I'd like
the man
to.
in blue.
Much in all as I'd like to. I couldn't even push you over with that sort of a...
well, there you go. Opinions differ, Greg. The referee has options.
He does too. We don't.
He used one of them there.
Where do we stand in the scheme of things, Johnny? Because if we succeed tonight, is that we're on the step ladder to fame again?
Vote with your feet, folks.
Oh, Shepherd. Devine will run at it. The goalkeeper.
Great pass.
Don't knock him. He was bold. He took a gamble. He won out. He's been
very
been
good keeping. He's been really good tonight, Greg.
Warriors on the move again, hoping to trouble Sam Mumford in goal. He's been great. Anyway, one crap on about it. Lesiotis for Dion. Lesiotis, cheeky, good stuff. Zara, square ball. Ellis had time to shape it up, and he tried to pop it over the little bloke, but he was... Don't worry, it's about Sam Mumford. He had it covered, it dropped onto the roof of the net. And Sean Ellis, who is both the games and goals record holder in the NPL years for the Warriors, hasn't he been something extraordinary? Well, isn't he still something extraordinary?
He's an absolute ornament to the game, Greg. And an absolute legend of the club, of any era.
Yeah, no, he absolutely is. And will remain so, you would imagine. A big bomb through the night sky. Warriors... forced forward by Shepherd, and Devine chested it down. He was away until the linesman on the far side. The referee's assistant. They're linesmen. They don't want to be any. John, you don't want to be. Do you want to be known? Do you want to be known as Blakey's assistant? No, you don't. You're a man in your own right. Zara looks up. There was nothing there for him. Nicolaides angles it back from Lesiotis, who has been extraordinarily busy.
AJ just wincing a little bit after that challenge, but he looks okay now.
Collins.
Amazing with the ball coming to you. It makes you recover. There's a poor ball.
Oh, that was picked off really well by McIntyre.
AJ covering though.
The two number 10s were really good then, and in the end, Collins back for Govan. The pressure comes. Good stuff. Keep the pressure on the goalkeeper. That's really good right now from Sunbury United. They are running on top of the surface. They are loving this.
Great pressing, and forced the Burgers to hit some really dangerous first-time passes, but they got away with it.
Round the corner ball, Ellis will have to chase from Apostolopoulos. The defender got the foot in. Ellis went to ground. The ball's out of play. It's going to be a Heidelberg ball.
Be a free kick, I think. Foul on Ellis, Greg.
So
the doing went up very quickly that time.
you like a quick doink, don't you?
Well, instant doing is always a good thing, Greg.
Well, they practice, I remember. Oh, that's not going to do the routine anymore, Johnny. Up it goes.
Those little step pedals. Doing. Sean Ellis with the free kick, Greg.
It's like Viagra for biceps, isn't it? Ellis. Oh,
there we go.
The lights just came on, which is tremendous. Shawnee Ellis waits and I love this about Ellis. He doesn't give much away. He just stands and looks and runs his gaze across the field. Far post, too long for Johnny A.
Even for the long mains of Johnny A.
That's why I'm growing my hair long, John. I want to be like Johnny Apostolopoulos. It looks good, doesn't it? Look at it bouncing, that mane bouncing down.
Very Adonis-like, isn't it?
It really is, Johnny. I aspire to that.
Yes, well, in days of yore, Greg. As Mumford ready to kick off, Greg.
Yeah, you absolutely.
He's been good.
He has now.
Yeah,
you bagged him a little. Well done, Sam Mumford. Good stuff.
Poor punditry, Greg, on my behalf.
The right footer. Collins just got under it. AJ puts it in the air. Number 10 and number 20 go at it. Number 10 for Heidelberg was Don Fowler. Getting his arm dragged was Kane Shepherd.
Arm lock, arm over.
It was, wasn't it? Two number 10s. Fowler wins out. Alice round the corner. Follow up from. Is that Don Fowler still, Johnny?
Back been good tonight, Don Fowler.
Yes. So's this bloke, Anthony. I love Anthony Lesiotis. I really do. Zara just bobbled to the top of the box and an easy clearance. Lesiotis again getting the numbers back. Sunbury United. They're still in it. They're only a goal down. So it's a thriller-diller. Oh, Zara tried to draw his man away from the foot. But Sunbury United will clear it only as far as midfield.
They've defended brilliantly tonight, Greg. They've mopped up a lot of loose balls there. But
hey, listen, I'll tell you what, this is David and Goliath, or Kane Shepherd. Affirmative, solid. And
Long. Put his body on the line that time, Greg.
Who was it then? Was it Long, yeah?
Great work.
Good stuff. They are playing some absolutely kamikaze defence right now, Sunbury United. And they've given it a little bit of...
down she goes.
And they've given a little bit of cheek going forward as well. So 37 played, and John Fodinos, who spent the entire half bagging Sunbury United's goalkeeper and just boasting or gloating about the second goal to come. Right now we're about 8 minutes from half time and it hasn't come.
No, it hasn't come yet, Greg, and may not come even at the moment because they're really defending stoutly, and the Burgers have really been made to work overtime this evening.
No, they can be really proud of their efforts at this point, Sunbury United, as Collins just rumbles and then puts on the handbrake. Lesiotis for Zara, who looks really super fit, Zara.
Yeah, he's fighting back to full fitness. Unfortunately, was suspended last week, but now back in.
That was a terrible send-off, by the way. Anyway, Lesiotis and angles it wide. Johnny Apostolopoulos. What's on his boots? He's got white boots on, hasn't he? Oh, Johnny A with the white boots. He's he's had to fight off 1 and 2 and then 3, and that just became too many. It was like a cavalry charge by the Sunbury United defenders. It's out of play. What are you oohing about, John?
Well, Johnny Apostolopoulos went in hard there that time.
Oh, that's right, because we shouldn't go in hard, innit?
Just spun the play around, so they'll get the throw in from Sunbury United.
39-20 played. Heidelberg United Alexander lead by a goal to nil. Don Fowler on 8 minutes or 9 minutes. If you just tuned in, it's HUFC TV, the return thereof for 1 week. Kane Shepherd. He couldn't quite break away from the chasers, and in the end it's that fellow, he's really good, Nathan Long, isn't he?
He's been led the defensive lines well.
Lesiotis and Ellis. Nathan Long again. It just bobbles off his chest. There's calls for handball. Nothing doing.
No, referee says play on.
He does.
A few raised arms with the whole set again, the Burgers, and you can see there a line of 5 at the back and 4, and just Sol forward up front, leading the front line is Tyrese Smith-Grant.
He had his moment, didn't he?
Well, he did. Good save by Coven, who hasn't had much to do other than that, really.
Ben Collins powers it downfield for Johnny Apostolopoulos. Fowler. Anthony Lesiadis, they're not getting anything. They're not getting a clear chance at all, are they? Shepherd was
it's
not
inside of the
far off the mark. Unwanted wood for the Good Shepherd on 39-40.
Well, Greg, he nearly continued his run of cup goal-scoring form. Beat the keeper easily that time on the left-hand side, or Kane Shepherd's right, and it just trickled away out of play harmlessly in the end off the opposite post, Greg.
And
Kane Shepherd looks ruefully there.
I'll just point out that Sam Mumford, one of Mumford's sons, has conceded just the one goal in 40 minutes, but he's too short, according to John Forinos. He drives that right footer, this Mumford, upfield.
And this is a player
take from Smith Grant.
Almost linked up.
He wanted an and that was a big bang. That was a fender bender on Highway 1. They came at speed. Lesiotis is down. The man pleading a case is Bremer.
And Lesiotis doesn't look good at all, Greg. That
he went
very dangerous tackle.
He went airborne, Johnny.
Yeah, just came in late and over the top challenge, and they're the ones that are real dangerous, Greg, at them. So Lesiotis has come back from a leg injury.
Don't.
And just been playing, working his way back to full fitness. And who was that player, Greg? It was Bremer, Ayuba Bremer, who just goes over and taps him ruefully on the shoulder, says, "Hey, sorry, chap." And Lesiotis, he felt the full force of that one.
He's had a hell of a game already, though, Anthony Lesiotis. He doesn't look too damaged right now.
Now, he's probably going off a treatment. I think normally the rule is he can stay on the ground for a yellow card for treatment, but that's strange. He should be allowed to come straight back on, I'd imagine. Yeah.
So we've gone 41 and a half. An 8th minute lead through that man, Dominic Fowler. And that's all she wrote as far as the scoreboard is concerned, John.
He had really one or two of the other chances. Sean Ellis forcing a fine save from Mumford.
And Kane Shepherd getting unwanted wood at the most untimely moment, John. We all know how uncomfortable that is.
Yes, but really that's probably some of it. They defended well on the whole.
Shepherd, Ellis takes a bounce. Divine was the leaper.
And it looks almost like a 4-2-4 formation for the Burgers tonight, with Richie playing 4 up front, and
there's a carload of short coppers just heading into the ground, John. They're looking for you.
Someone's shoplifting over there, I think.
Oh dear. Divine with an acrobatic spin.
Now they've got men over.
Sunbury away, and a bouncer for that man, Davies. Is it Smith Grant, I should say?
He's been good,
Smith Grant, and he skims. It takes 1-2 little hops off the surface, but into the arms of Ryan Goben for the Warriors. Johnny A stretches out. He gave himself way too much work to do.
He might go into the book for that.
So the referee he's mediating right now, Johnny. Mediating like Dr. Phil.
Yeah. What happened there was...
You ever watch Dr. Phil, John? So just know, because you know when you
you need to watch Dr. Phil a lot more, Greg.
You know when you're off the meds and how it goes for you. We've played 43.
Well, now, speaking of which, I can see the far background there behind the grandstand. The constabulary might be chasing Greg.
All right,
over here.
Free kick for Sunbury United. Zara was there. He sort of angled himself and got the header. And Anthony Lesiotis right now, he's copping a bit. Now the Sunbury player who went airborne, lower than Joe Cocker at Woodstock, and he's come down and he's hurt himself. I reckon he's winded, John.
Yeah, just copped a bit awkward in the end.
Unwanted wind, John.
Well, unwanted earth. Struck rib.
It's not the flying that'll hurt you. It's the hitting the deck at the end. Oh dear, 40-year form that's played. We might just have
gravity's such a drag, isn't it, Greg?
We might have a quick look around the grounds as we head into half-time. Won't be too much time added on. But Sunbury United, they are well in this one. 4th round Doherty Cup / Australia Cup action. Big Ben Collins. Oh, look, they're Big Ben. Johnny, that's a clock.
In London, I believe.
Fowler for Anthony Lesiotis. Big Ben.
No score in the other two games involving NPL clubs, Greg. Port Melbourne and Oakley. Also Melbourne Knights, South Melbourne.
So you keep an eye on those, John, as we head into half time. We've got about 10. You've got 3 jobs, John. Look after the director's suite here. Look at the 4th official and make sure you keep us up to date. Whoa,
well done, keeper.
Mumford. He just got a touch to it and cleared it, and the referee's going to...
players down with a head injury. That good refereeing, Greg.
Yeah.
As Mumford came out and...
he's collected his teammate, hasn't he?
Yeah, he might have collected one of the defenders there.
Well,
1 minute of additional time, Greg. So
all right, so we're into that now. 60 seconds to come in this one. But I tell you what, it's gotten a bit rugged in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, I don't think Sunbury mind this. They'd go in at half-time thinking this has been a splendid effort.
Now I tell you what, that when you get to the ground here tonight, somebody says, right, Sunbury United will give you 1-0 at half-time and you've got a score to chase, they'd go, thank you very much. It's been a sterling, splendid, dogged performance from Sunbury United.
They haven't been without opportunities going forward, particularly with that man on the halfway line there.
Smith Grant, Tyrese Smith Grant.
He's been a live wire up there, giving the Burger defence a few headaches. But keep going around the grounds. Melbourne Knights and South Melbourne 0-0 at half time. And late in the first half, St Kilda leads Springvale White Eagles 3-1 at Springvale. Langwarren still 1-0 up against Dufton.
It's got to be said, you have exceeded expectations tonight, John.
Yeah, beat mildly adequate, Greg. I was trying to build up for that all day. So
Jason, is it Jake or Jason Hayne is the man being? Is it? No, it's not. I've called that incorrectly. I do apologise. That's Nam Pham is
just been
going off for a bit of treatment. He copped one from his own goalkeeper that apparently...
A bit of friendly fire, Greg.
Yes, the apparently far too short Sam Mumford, who's nearly poleaxed his own team.
Maybe got a bit upset that I've potted him, Greg, and he's thought, right.
So I think I'll whack a teammate and just get out of my system. Yeah. AJ, Lesiotis.
There it is.
And the whistle signals the end of, well, a quite gripping first half here at headquarters tonight on HUFC TV special Doherty Cup edition 4th round. The Warriors at half-time against Sunbury United from State League 3 Northwest. They lead, but only by the narrowest of margin. It's a 1-0 scoreline. Thanks to Dom Fowler on 9 minutes. The Sunbury players already, they're looking pretty happy as they stride off the paddock to take a well-earned break. Thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers and Melbourne City Toyota. Jay Fott, quick summary from you.
Well, Greg, other than that first 10 minutes when the Burgers were well on top, and to be fair, they have control of the game, you've got to go off it as a Sunbury supporter thinking this team has done really, really well, and they might have had a couple of opportunities, particularly with Smith Grant there in response, but well, so far Heidelberg will have a lot to work with at half-time, but in control of the game, and I don't think they'd be too concerned other than the fact that they haven't been able to convert too well, but we'll see second half. I've got a feeling that they'll be able to go on with the game in the second half with their superior strength and technical ability should shine out in the end, but well done Sunbury for a great first half.
Absolutely well done Sunbury, and what they've done is given us a great platform for the second half. They are well in at Sunbury United. It's a 1-0 game. The Warriors lead it, but it ain't over yet. Don't worry about that. Stay with us. Second half to come on this 4th round cup tie on this, what day is it? Thursday night. Hey, stay with us. It's going to be a beauty. And welcome back to HUFC TV on this Thursday night as we head into the Easter weekend, and then of course the week ahead it's Orthodox Easter, so Kalo Pascha for that one to come. But in the meantime, we've got 45 minutes to come here at Olympic Village on this Thursday night. It has been a ripping struggle. Sunbury United, State League 3 Northwest, 6 divisions or 5 divisions below Heidelberg United, but the Warriors only lead it by the one at the interval. Dom Fowler on 9 minutes. Wonderful effort from the underdogs. The Warriors have looked accomplished at times, and I reckon they've got to put the hammer down in the second half to rid themselves of an enemy that right now are running on top of the surface. They are full of adrenaline. They are happy with their... At half time, Johnny, they were as happy as clams, weren't they?
Now, there's been a change, Greg. It looks like it might be Josh Pinn about to be coming on, Greg. And we'll just try and pick up who it is that's come off. It might be, I reckon it might be Dom Fowler, Greg, that might have come off.
Okay.
No, he's on there, sorry.
Divine. The young
might
fella.
be Divine, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So Josh Pinn on for Divine, Greg. Yep.
Well, he got a good 45 minutes. Did the young fella on the, oh dear, on the under-23 list, Ben Divine. Oh, and we're away to a start. Second half to come as Sunbury United heading to the left of screen down toward the Southern Road or scoreboard end. They are down by a goal, but they have been magnificent. They have been absolutely magnificent in this one.
Yes, they'd be really pleased with that first half. Apart from that goal that they conceded, might have equalised too, Greg. We said that before.
It's like a maiden winning, ahead in the bloody Cox plate, isn't it? They played that one. That's a terrible analogy. I'm an idiot. Collins, Apostolopoulos. There's actually a really good crowd at the moment.
Offside.
Yeah, way offside was Josh Pinn. The North Queensland Cowboy. He scored a couple of ripping goals earlier in the season, didn't he?
The offside might have been against Kane Shepherd, and they're just claiming that Josh Pinn had come from an onside position, but the linesman marshalling the line there, just saying no.
Johnny A judged it best. Toward midfield, Ellis from Fowler. Outside to Nicolaitis. Leon Dion, the Daredevil. I think he's my favourite player, Leon Nicolaitis, I've got to tell you.
He's come up through the ranks of the club and been a really good player.
Oh, he's terrific, isn't he?
Always gives 120%.
You can't do that, John. We've had this discussion. He gives 100%, John. Johnny A with that magnificent mane of hair. He looks like an 80s rock star, doesn't he?
Yes, but when you want to go to 11, Greg, where do you go? For the spinal tap with
yes. Well, he does. He looks like he's had a spinal tap, doesn't he, Johnny A? Fowler measures it and then decides to 180 it.
No. Didn't read the
calibration was a little bit of... He's copped a bit in this game, though, hasn't he? Lesiotis, he's probably still ringing a few bells for him because he copped 2 big hits late in that first half. Scampering up to take the throw. Fliffell. Fliffell, Flyfell.
Flyfell and Gazic eventually will get there, Greg.
Fliffell. I'm not laughing at his name. I'm laughing at the way I'm pronouncing it. I do apologise. And, the Warriors on the back foot just ever so slightly to start the second half. We've played nearly 3 minutes. And faking left goes right to Shepherd. And the man down is that man, Shawnee Ellis, who's hit the deck again. He's copped a couple himself tonight.
Looks like
the Flamehead Scott, John.
Yeah, the Flamehead Scott, and they're brought down by Reno Damiano, who looks like he's come on for the Sunbury United side there.
That's a good spot for you, John. Well done. Good pick up. So Sunbury United affect a change. So do Heidelberg United, as you mentioned at half time. The Big Ben chimes as he goes outside. Johnny A. Just back on his heels for Collins again.
You can see they've got the 2 banks of defenders.
Oh, that was very dangerous. He put Dom Fowler under exceeding pressure then. excessive pressure, I should say. Good with English I used to be, John. Now I sound like Yoda. Leading they are. Around the corner, Johnny A for Shepherd. Deep toward the line. The cut back is inch perfect. And how about that for a finish? Not much angle to work with. He was in the build-up, Johnny A. You little beauty. Hit Shepherd going deep. Shepherd cut it back. And Johnny Apostolopoulos. Like an 80s rock star. 49 minutes. And that just makes it a little bit safe. Look at him.
Well, Greg, great play again by Kane Shepherd. The defender went to ground early, just delayed the pass, and again, Kane Shepherd, 2 assists tonight, and the Burgers lead 2-0.
Johnny A, look at him.
And that might be his first goal for the club, I'd imagine, Greg.
Wouldn't be out of place with Styx, I reckon, the band Styx. Do you remember them, Johnny?
I reckon, yes. Keep on loving. No, that was Rio.
That was Rio Speedwagon.
It's you, babe, I think it was, the Styx saying.
Well done, John.
Testing the old bonds there, Greg.
No doubt about your ancient pop culture references. No, Johnny Apostolopoulos getting the second goal, and that gives the Warriors some breathing room. They scored early in the first half. They've scored early in the second. And now the work is... the spade work's got to come from Sunbury United. They've given everything. They've been terrific.
That'll be a little deflating for the State League side there. They worked so hard for the first half, Greg, and
they could easily have levelled at 1 or 2 points, but unfortunately, I reckon their goalkeeper's too short, John. I think that's a problem. And Collins, I don't really. I think he's been terrific. He's been stalwart. He's been spectacular. Johnny A down the line. Ellis. The pressure came
Greg,
from Gazage. And
what odds would you have given for those two players to be got? I mean, Don Fowler, not a huge surprise, but Johnny Apostolopoulos, not known for his goal scoring. And
well, it was a great finish. The up and under, Shepherd's in, but so's the goalkeeper, Ryan.
There's
Sam
the long
Mumford.
and short of it, Greg.
Yeah. Don't start on that.
Oh, dear.
You know the old saying
we're back, baby.
when a giraffe runs against a wombat, the wombat's always. Yes. I don't know.
The ox moves, but the earth is slow, or something like that.
Shepherd. Oh, that was cheeky
nice,
off the back.
Oh, there we
the
go.
Player goes down. Well done by Shepherd. Launched it, and Josh
Pinn in on the act.
Well, that all of a sudden the finger is out of the dike, Johnny, and it's flowing for the Warriors on 51.
Yeah, 3-0, and well, he won't get a simpler goal this season. But how was the work of Kane Shepherd?
The good Shepherd, the glorious Shepherd.
Three assists tonight.
He danced like Pavlova. Do you know Pavlova was a dancer, Johnny?
Well, he certainly sat Nathan Long down on his stacks there that time, and the crowd certainly up and about.
It was terrific stuff.
There we go. The fan club. They've got them happening here. They're all happy. They're cock-a-hoop. 3-0 up.
Oh, 3-0. I reckon.
Haven't been home for 4 weeks, Greg. This is the problem.
I'm not going to call. Hey, just by the way, speaking of that, John, I was going to mention this earlier on. Tonight, the Warriors, 354 days, just 9 days shy of a year since they've lost a game at home. That was at Altona Magic, April 9th last year.
Yes.
They're about to make it 13 games undefeated, I suspect. Well done by Johnny, and cutting across to avert the crisis was Adam Gazage. It's a 3-0 game. It was 1-0 at half-time. The Warriors 2 goals in 3 minutes. Bing, bang, bong. And they are on their way, you would suspect at this point. I don't think Sunbury United are going to find 4, Leslie Otis. And I tell you what.
Yeah, just made him earn it.
Well, he did, didn't he? Flyfell. If I'm getting that wrong, I'm not doing it on purpose, John.
I'm not too familiar with some of these Sunbury players, so
no, I haven't
please forgive us.
Haven't seen them play for never, John.
Well, some of the names are easier for us to call than others.
I don't need a dissertation about it, thank you, John. McIntyre. No, Warriors again. Warriors all of a sudden flexing their considerable muscle.
Yeah, just stroking the ball around now, and as soon as we say that, commentators curse. Turn it over. As going on a run again was Smith Grant, but Ben Collins.
Tyree Smith Grant.
Well offside.
Oh, and the flag goes up. That's a doing. right there. He didn't move a muscle, John. He didn't move off the spot.
No,
He just up it went, John.
Yeah, bit of guts and determination there.
Absolutely. So it's Sunbury United ball. What are you laughing at?
Oh dear.
Don't be childish.
Oh, the censors will be out on that, Greg.
What? I didn't say anything. And
Johnny
Mumford,
Apostolopoulos up.
bouncing ball, and
Collins.
rumbling through the traffic was Collins, like a big double-decker bus. Oh, okay, Mac Track's better. Ellis draws it in. Oh, good stuff, Lesiado's. Really good stuff. Supreme in there. And he draws a cheap. He draws a cheap. Zara's, you going to call Zara too short?
Zara's always been too short.
Alrighty, eh?
Not growing any taller, Greg.
Dom Fowler scored the match opener on 9. There's Johnny A scored the second. Fowler again drive the defender. Hey, that was a sweet
nice
pick-off,
now.
wasn't it? And the runner is Falafel. Yes, and Johnny A gets in the way.
And, a little cheapy there by Collins, and the referee
that
didn't pay the advantage. Yeah.
So they'd need 4 to win it, 3 to be part of the contest. Sunbury United.
Well, they'd love one just for the drama, Greg. But at the moment, it's.
Well, they'd love 3, John, as well.
So
well, one's a good start. Yeah.
Yes, and we've been summarily told, Greg, of course, that I've missed my duties here.
What'd you bugger up this time, Johnny?
Yeah, the scoreboard, Greg.
It's probably critical. It's a 3-0 game, but Sunbury United bringing it in from downtown. Joel Gretsch, the skipper, hands on hips. the near runner was elusive, but it went nowhere near him. And over the top, double punch from Ryan Govan. And the Warriors now getting a sniff of the 5th round of the competition. This time last year, the Warriors took on Springvale White Eagles here and won that one 5-1. And in fact, there's been very few exits at this point of the season, and there won't be one tonight. I should think, based on what we've seen, the J-pin for Ellis. He had to stretch for it, does well, makes it look easier than it was. Ellis just toe poked it for himself. He draws a crowd. He wrestles his way clear. He's just lovely, isn't he? He's lovely. That's what he is, John.
As you said, well described there. Draws a crowd and just mesmerises.
And then he just sort of, he went, come on, everyone. And then he just sort of snaked his way clear.
Yeah, just a teasing little piece of play there.
The Warriors up by 3-0 in this 4th round of the Cup.
Thanks to Spielberg for reminding us to update that scoreboard on the top left of your screen there, 3-0.
Yeah, no, Spielberg has made a massive contribution tonight, hasn't he? He's out at dinner somewhere with all his...
I reckon he's been more effective tonight away from the ground. Just cramps our style here.
He probably has, you know.
Cramps our style here.
Oh, dear. Johnny Apostolopoulos.
But, they just now want to really put the pedal down. And
Spielberg's a cut to the chase type of guy. I saw him after about 5 months. I haven't seen him face to face. You should lose some weight. Thanks, Spielberg. Good on you. Now he's my dietitian as well, Ellis. Ellis, I did split the gap.
Seen very little of you. Now he's seen a lot of you.
I just don't think it's like you short shaming the goalkeeper. It's like, you know, be a little bit circumspect about your commentary, Spielberg. He's got a face like a Melbourne Cup winner, hasn't he? Fowler for Ellis, and Dom Fowler again kept his head. He really has. It's been a really top performance from the Dominator as well. Dom Nicolaides down the line.
Nothing like a goal to boost the confidence as Nicolaides and Zara working the ball over, but that's Tyson Grant. Nice work there. He looks to link up with his man, but
Johnny getting excited.
AJ.
You excited? You're excited, aren't you?
Well, look,
as Big Ben. And on the
great to be back amongst friends, Greg, at the village.
I know, you've got to get some though, don't you? Ellis runs away from the defender, squares
borrow a
it
few of yours, Greg.
for Josh Pinn. Flag doesn't go up. The finish. Oh, well done by the little bloke. Well done by Sam Mumford from Adrian Zara. It's a 3-0 game. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a really, really good contest, to be honest with you. Dom Fowler on 8, and then Johnny A, who's on the footy right now. I reckon, no, I'm thinking, I'm just thinking, what band would he look best in, John?
Probably one of those Motley Crue type things.
Or, early AC/DC. Could imagine him playing bass with Akadaka. You know what I mean?
Rumbling bass.
Ellis.
Oh, Ellis.
Well, he sort of tumbled slowly to ground, and the chance is on for the hyphen, but away cleared by Ryan Govan. The right footer was belted clear.
Well, he'd love to keep a clean sheet with Ryan Govan. Hasn't been called upon this season in senior duties other than tonight.
So the Warriors
would like to make every post a winner, Greg.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do want to talk. They're threatening, but they're getting close. They are firing arrows from outside the parapet wall, the castle walls. So they haven't really troubled Ryan Govan terribly much. Johnny A.
There was only that one moment, as we said, the Tyrese.
How about that crossfield ball?
Yeah, well played.
Right, left, and pummeled in. It might skew for Josh Pinn. Doesn't it? Spills and tumbles, and Kane Shepherd around the body. Well, he was pretty fond of his opportunity then, and he just throws his head up in anguish, the good Shepherd.
He said, he thought to himself, I've had 3 assists tonight. Be nice to get one on myself.
So Fada, Apostolopoulos, and Zara. Was it Zara? Yes, it was, wasn't it? No, who got the third?
The third one was Josh Pindring.
Of course it was. I'm so sorry about that. I apologise to both players. I've been 237 days out of the game. So, I'm going to get it wrong more often than not, as
nice
Lesiotis took a tumble as well. It's Willing. No, don't worry about this. It's Willing. Well, Anthony Lesiotis will be on the ice packs and the gauze and the bandages and the bit of the old Savlon, I reckon, after this one. He's copped a few whacks.
Well, Greg, no NPL fixtures this Easter weekend, so they've got 8 days to recover. Next
St Albans.
St Albans here at the Village.
And I'll tell you a stat, John. I think I mentioned this before, but if they keep St Albans to 0 in round 8, it'll be their best, Heidelberg's best defensive start in 35 years.
Wow.
So
they've looked very solid at the back. And
35 years, John. I was just a youngster back then.
You were in your mid-teens then.
I was mid-teens. You were following all the Rockster. You were a bit of a groupie, weren't you?
I was a zygote at that stage.
Ellis. Excuse one. That's going to flag's going to go up. He didn't have to move a centimetre, the linesman there, did he? He just, with a big doing, a right-handed doing. They trained for this.
Well, that was...
you get the linesman down at the gym.
That was a doing in waiting, Greg.
It was. They start with a little bag of feathers or something. They work their white marbles and you go a bag of concrete to the point where they can doing and at a second's notice. You know what I mean?
There's a few marbles there.
You haven't changed. You're an idiot. So...
Working my way up to be mildly adequate, Greg.
Melbourne City Toyota, Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, and all of the affiliate sponsors, AIG Security, Souvlaki GR, John, Prime Plastic Bags, Nero Plumbing, where are we? Bell Collisions, The Dream RV, Chima Group, Olympic Hotel, and of course Chemist Warehouse. Thanks to all of the sponsors in 2024 for Heidelberg United, Alexander the Mighty, Alexander the Great. Ellis, now he sent it bouncing toward the running Kane Shepherd. No, clear. It's an odd sort of oddly Tom Farlow span out of it. Johnny Apostle. It's an oddly sort of configurated game, Johnny, right now, because we've played 62. You'd say it was beyond Sunbury United, with no disrespect, because they've been terrific. Yeah. And so not a lot to play for the Warriors, and you'd want to stay out of getting injured, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's the key now, is to run out the game, get some miles in the legs of the players that haven't played full games. But Josh Pinn, who's been away for a couple of weeks with injury, so he'd be appreciating the run. And of course, back on the score sheet. But we'll go around the grounds quickly, Greg, as Sean Ellis has a flying shot that goes well over. Port Melbourne 0, Oakley 0. Melbourne Knights 0, South Melbourne 0. Over at Springvale White Eagles 1, St Kilda 4 in the 68th minute. Early in the second half, Langwarren 2-1 over Doveton. Half-time score, Sydenham Park 2, Pascoe 1. Half-time score, Upfield 2, Mill Park 0. In the 40th minute, Berwick City 1 versus North Sunshine Eagles 1. 22 minutes in the first half, Eltham Redbacks 0, Brunswick Juventus 1. Burundura 1-0 over Altona East in the 26th minute. And two other games which we can only give full-time scores. Ballarat City taking on Nunawading and Hoppers Crossing taking on Brimbank.
I feel like you were gone for a long time then, John.
Well,
Ben Collins.
Total of 19 games a bit tonight.
No, good stuff. You're all over it, John,
round
like
four,
a rash.
Round 4 action.
No, terrific. And Dom Fowler
looking for Josh Penn, and look at the afterburners.
Oh, I tell you what, he's got a little bit of power. He's locomotive quick, isn't he, Josh Penn? But he's held up.
Not only power of the bicep, power of the quadruped, Greg.
What? Yeah, genius, John. Thanks. Leslie Otis. Oh, angles it outside. Oh, there they are.
Ooh.
Now they're finding some force. They'll be pretty happy about that. Yes. Don't worry about that.
Comfortable 3-0 lead, and they're just working the ball around, Greg.
They are. I tell you what, the foot in was nearly fatal, as Smith Grant. But anyway, around they go the Cape again from right to left. So they're just going to measure their way home, Johnny. It's like trying to shoot.
Leo Mazes has come on, Greg.
A little bit, Oh, thank you. I was in the middle of a golfing analogy. Anyway, Ellis can't thread it. That's the Otis. It's like trying to finish it. Doesn't matter. I've done now. The moment's gone, John. You killed it. You have no idea of rhythm, do you?
I was just say it looks like Zara's gone off, or is he there, Greg?
No, he'd be there on the ball, just as you were talking. Focus on the game sometimes, my friend. We've played.
To work out who's gone off, Greg.
65. You've been off since about the 10-minute mark. Warriors lead it by 3 goals to 0. A spurt, a burst, a blast just after half-time. A couple of goals. And that's safely, you would think, edged Heidelberg United into the 5th round. Anthony Lesiotis, his roll goal. That boy, Shepherd back to goal. Anthony. Kane Shepherd. We might have had a couple tonight. He's having a little bit of a rest. Oh, no, ref. Seriously? Anyway, that was a little bit of... That was a Tyrese Smith, Grant and Kane Shepherd. And that was 6-1 half a dozen the other. I was watching it, Johnny. Yeah, 6-1 half a dozen the other.
Nothing in it really, Greg, was there?
No. There was nothing in it whatsoever.
Now, who's gone off, Greg? It looks
Why do you keep it? You just work it out. Stop. It just
might be Dion Nicolaitis that's gone
off. And there's
off.
a chance Rakan Fliffel is coming out for Sunbury United, who are down by 3 on this Thursday night, John. Have you got a couple of days off for Easter?
Yep.
Going away?
Easter break, no.
No.
Bit of family time, Greg.
Oh, good. They'll be spewing. They'll be disappointed. Oh, God, he's home. All right. It's Joel Gritch.
Looks like Eunice Obeya that's come on for the Sunbury side, Greg, up forward.
Great header for Zara, who was falling backwards. Abarea. Oh, God, I don't know.
We get a second
chance. The sub. It's out of play. Again. Any mispronunciations, if you're a Sunbury supporter, no disrespect. I'm doing the best I can, and I'm a limited man. More so John Forinos as well.
Yes, as we said,
we're not great.
Working my way up to being mildly out of
I reckon this is our last game ever. 68 play.
They'll be claiming we have options.
They've brought
what they are, I don't know.
They brought the shovel down to got me out the crypt for this one. Oh, I tell you what, and it might be the new man on. He'll have a shot as Mars, yes, and it just kind of bobbled. And the little guy, the hero to some extent, yes. Sam Mumford, did well again.
Yeah, almost lost it between his feet, but he recovered well enough. And Now they're on the attack.
Well, his
Sunbury.
legs are closer together, Johnny, because he's so tiny, you see.
Almost squeezed through, Greg.
Yes, that's right. Oh, dear.
Goodness me, Greg. I'll tell you what those affect, Mike.
No, that's terrific. They're enjoying this, the Warrior fans. How about that, though? Is it 9 days shy of a year since they lost at home?
It's been a good run, and that's what you want to do, make the home ground a fortress.
No, absolutely. So the Warriors negotiating successfully, you would think at this stage. We've got 21 to play, and I reckon it's going to be a long 21 given the circumstance of the game. The up and under, the J-pin, the flag is down currently. J-pin with the squaring ball, hooked away by Gretsch.
Get a third look at
Josh
it,
Penn, he was determined then, the J-pin, wasn't he? Oh, nearly hit Ellis, who will scamper after it. Oh, geez, Shawnee, just stay out of it. Shawnee, just stay out of it now.
Yeah, not much to be gained now.
No, you won't win any plaudits if you get clobbered. The assist was from Reed Damiano and
McIntyre.
and the man down, Jake McIntyre, and it's going to be.
Damiano wants a piece of Shepherd.
Well, Kane Shepherd, he's had a couple of he's had mortal enemies tonight, a couple of, and now he's drawn another one. Now it's
chief antagonist.
Ian Damiano, who's taken no nonsense. Kane Shepherd, he's not on the scoreboard tonight. He's called
very barrel-chested character there.
He is a bold character, isn't he? It's like a little Sherman tank, John.
Ready to go off, Frank.
Oh, it dropped over the back of the pack. And Sunbury United, well, they've got the 3-goal deficit they're facing. It would be, actually, it'd be terrific just to see them get on the scoreboard. They deserve it. Don't worry about that. Gazic.
A bit lackadaisical that time by
back from McIntyre. I'll tell you though.
I'll get a chance again here.
How about that? That was so. Oh, come on. Honestly, he got slammed. It was a body slam, Johnny.
Agricultural tackle, Greg. Let's put it that way.
It was a body slam, Johnny. And
Josh Pitt on the break.
The J pin into the penalty area. Far left-hand side goes deep, goes down. No call.
Penalty.
Yes, a call. It is a penalty. And the Warriors and Josh Penn, the North Queensland Cowboy, he wipes the perspiration away, drags himself up off the carpet from earning that penalty.
And I reckon, is it Zara going to get it? He might pull rank over Kane Shepherd for nothing more. He's giving it to Kane.
Yeah, good on you. Get Kane on the scoreboard. The good Shepherd. I hope he speaks to me properly one day. Just not properly, just so, 3 words would be nice. How are you? Or,
I know people, Greg. I can get you in, Greg.
Kane Shepherd, who's had a few danders up in the opposition tonight from the penalty spot against the little hero Sam Mumford and Shepherd. He's unwanted wood again.
It's not going to happen tonight.
He's had unwanted wood twice, and then he was thwarted by Sam Mumford, who you said was too short.
Well, Greg, he's made me humble pie many a time over tonight.
He's standing over. Eat that humble pie, John.
And Kane Shepherd parried onto the post, has a second chance, he saves it, and Kane Shepherd's wondering what he's had 3 assists, but not on
nobody wants it. Who boasts about their assists, John? Nobody. There's nobody. Father.
A hat-trick of assists tonight.
He won't be bragging about that. Don't worry about it. Josh Penn waits, then
great ball,
razor-like over the top, and and he waited and waited. He bought it, and he waited and he waited, and in the end he sprayed it because on the odd occasion he does.
The great take of that ball, and in the end he probably had too much time really, and he hit it on the right foot.
So a Penn missed, or not a Penn missed.
Oh, Penn saved. It was a Penn save really, because he's got a hand to it.
Poor old Kane Shepherd. He's had wood twice tonight when he needed, and he didn't want it, John.
Yeah, double wood, Greg.
Double wood. Can you get a hat-trick of wood?
Hat-trick of assists.
Hat-trick of assists, hat-trick of wood.
Oh, dear. The stats are coming through thick and fast, Greg.
Oh, dear.
Zara on the break again.
Dear. All right, through the middle, acreage to play with. Lesiotis for Sean Ellis. He gave it quickly for for the second goal scorer, Johnny Apostolopoulos, with that long mane. Oh, you know, he could have even, I reckon he would have been all right with Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. You remember
most people I know think that I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Most of them are right too.
He fits any number of great heavy metal bands of the past. It's going to be
got that little bit of that Richard Keys look, Greg.
He's
Master's Apprentices.
Corner to the way. I don't know.
Oh, there we are.
There we go. I don't even know who scored it. Was that? Wasn't Johnny again, was it?
Johnny Apostolopoulos.
I reckon it was Johnny.
No, who are they congratulating, Greg?
I don't know, John. I didn't see it.
I think Johnny Apostolopoulos might be claiming it, Greg.
I reckon it's
I reckon it might have been.
I thought as much, Johnny Apostolopoulos.
Well, we'll credit to him, Greg.
2 goals to Johnny.
Well, he's on a hat trick, Greg. He'd be saying playing me up front.
He scored 2, and
he'd be saying to Kane Shepherd, "You take right back, I'll take strike."
Okay, so on 74.
So
Johnny A gets his second goal.
That was a poacher's goal, Greg. He just snuck in the back there.
It was a poacher's goal, John.
Just snuck in the back. He said, "I'm in form." Bang. Double for the night.
He's pretty happy with himself, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him one little bit.
He says, "Right, double wood. Don't worry about that. Double goals." As Matt Telakidis is coming on, Greg.
Ah, the smiling assassin. Look at him striding out there. He's lovely. He's a beauty. So he came in for who, John?
Matt Telakidis for Ben Collins, it looks like.
Beautiful.
And might have been Anthony Theo for Anthony Lesiotis, I believe. So...
I'm going to tell you, Johnny.
It's all happening here.
I've got a stat for you, John.
What's that,
I wasn't expecting to pull it out tonight, but in terms of Doherty Cup, or knockout cup competition in Victoria in the last 35 years, do you know what the record margin for the Warriors is in cup competition here at home?
4 goals?
5, John.
5?
Yes, they're 1 away from equalling a record. 6-1 against Knox City.
Wow, that would be back in the 90s, I'd say. Greg.
No, you're wrong, John. It was in 2017.
2000 and when?
2017.
Oh, yes, of course, indeed. Josh Penn there on the break.
Josh Penn powers toward goal. It takes a cannon off Nathan Long.
6-1 win. I remember quite a goal by Knox City that night too. In response.
And 2017 it was 5-0 against Hume and 5-0 against Caulfield in 2015. That is the record Doherty Cup margin. Well, in the last 35 years, and the Warriors are chasing it now. No disrespect to Cole, but that's just a cold hard fact. And Johnny Apostolopoulos, the rock star,
at the double, Greg.
2 goals to Johnny tonight, which is wonderful.
Anthony Theo on the attack, Greg.
Anthony Theo gets a little bit of a bobble ball into the 6-yard area, but they're going to come away with it. They've got a few changes out there. That's Abayara. He's a big fella, broad-shouldered fella. We've played 77.
Yunus, Greg.
Sorry?
Yunus. Call him Yunus. I think might be his first name.
You can do what you like, Johnny. Hey. Oh, Anthony Theo. Ball's going to spill for Ellis just inside his attacking half. The up and under too long for the... He's got 3. He's 3 assists and 2 unwanted wood, and they won't mention him in the best players. What more do you have to do? It's a
Johnny Apostolopoulos will be getting the plaudits.
4-0 game. Anthony Theo on the deck. Let's see Otis, and look out. Oh, look out. Sean Ellis tumbles, and I reckon Kane Shepherd's got it. He might have got that.
Sean Ellis.
I told you not to get injured. Well, it was the goal has been treated with almost indifference.
Yeah, no, Kane Shepherd gets a creek in the end.
No, good on him. That's a bit of a tension reliever for Kane Shepherd.
I'll tell you what, Sean Ellis, want to take him off now.
No, look, I have a look at him.
Keep him in
so we don't have the virtue of replay, unfortunately, but well, that's an equal record cup score here at Olympic Village, John.
It has gone up to 5-0, and let's see if we can get ahead of the actual official scoreboard here. It has been awarded to the Burgers.
Yeah, absolutely. Kane Shepherd gets on the scoreboard. It's been a 4-goal blitzkrieg by the Warriors in the second. They're going to put it on the scoreboard? I don't know.
Well, we've got it up on ours, Greg, so that's all that matters.
Another change. Max Sapnik is in for Sunbury United.
Yeah, and good news, Sean Ellis looks not to have...
Kane Shepherd's got a goal in there. He's getting a rest. God bless him.
Right, I can have a rest now.
Oh.
There's Stefanodakis will come on, Greg.
So, a really bold and brave effort by
Yunus.
Sunbury United. No, never going to happen.
Well done by Fowler. Just put him off at the last second there.
Oh, tell you what, this is. I'm just hoping that they don't cop any injuries, John.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't say that.
Scoreboard says 5-0, Greg.
Finally. So 5-0 scoreline. It was 1-0 at half time. Dominic Fowler got the match opener in the first half on 8 in the second half. Johnny Apostolopoulos has scored twice. Who else?
Kane Shepherd.
Kane Shepherd.
Hat-trick of assists and 1 goal, which was the scrappy goal. And
Josh Pinn, and that's the way it is. It's 5-0 game. Anthony Theo, magnificent ball. That's 6. That's there. That's Josh Pinn, and that's a record, John.
Classy football, Greg.
That is a record for the Warriors. 6-0 in a cup tie, the best cup tie win at this point in 35 years since the club rejoined the Victorian competition way back in 1988, John.
So 2 goals to Pinn in the second half, and Greg, around the grounds in a major result so far. Melbourne Knights 0, South Melbourne 2 in the 83rd minute. So one of the giants of the NPL will be knocked out tonight. It looks like Melbourne Knights might be eliminated.
This was always going to be the fear. I was going to mention this earlier with Sunbury United. Their season started last week. They haven't had a lot of match practice. They won't probably have too much, match practice, and their fitness maybe they'll still be working on it, and they might just get a little bit tired. And it looks as if they are, John.
Just been overwhelmed.
6-0. Johnny A with 2. Josh Pinn with 2. And he was setting forth. He set sail. He lifted the mainsail with the breeze, but good defending by
you mentioned it on the call, Greg. Anthony Theo, that's one of his trademark passes, able to spot the run and hit Josh Pinn in full stride, and he just lobbed the keeper gently and nestled in the back of the net. And lazy half dozen for the Burgers, and in the end tonight they'll think, well, that's a good night's work.
Stefanodakis down on the deck for Theodoropoulos. Geez, I tell you what, a lot of syllables happening there, Johnny.
Stefanodakis, Theodoropoulos.
And Apostolopoulos got 2 goals.
And then we go all the way to Josh Pinn, Greg.
Shortest name in NPL history for the club. 2 syllables, 7 letters.
That's
easy.
It.
Josh Pinn.
Economy of effort, Greg.
Good stuff. We've played 82 minutes. Thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers.
Dancing feet.
And Windsor Management Insurance Brokers in Melbourne. City Toyota on our special return game, John. We may never be here.
We may never.
Might be the swan song tonight, I think, Johnny.
What a way to go out, Greg.
Oh, no. I'll tell you, it was a damn sight better than that Doherty Cup final.
Could be part one of 700 of comeback tours, Greg.
Yeah, good on you.
More comeback tours than Johnny Farnham, Greg. Thanks, mate. Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, good on you. Oh, Josh Pinn. Well, he got the drop on his opponent, but he had to drop back to fetch the footy. Warriors up 6-0. So what do you reckon? What are the odds? 7 in the last 10 minutes?
I reckon fair chance, Greg, if they just want to extend themselves. Although there's been a 9-0 here in NPL against Springvale White Eagles back in 2011.
And a 10-0 against Darebin in the Cup away from home.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go one better. Every time you give me a stat, I'm going to outstat you, buddy.
And there was an 8-0 here against North Geelong in the NPL.
And there was an 8-2 against Green Gully.
Now, that was that gully, though, Greg.
I don't care anymore. Apostolopoulos, goal-scoring hero and rock star. He waits, drops it for Shawnee, who's not injured, thank goodness. Johnny A hooks it back, a big high loop across the penalty area. Josh Penn was waiting. Oh, how about Zara? Forced his way into it when he had no right. Hooked in the air by Adam Gazic. Ball in dispute. It's hooked upfield by Sapnik.
Zara.
Whatever. Look, honestly, it's been
It's
been
all
great.
academic now, isn't it?
It's been really good to be here again and do this.
Oh, now.
What happened there?
Johnny Apostolopoulos has
Oh,
probably
he's
done
got cramp. I reckon he's got cramp,
yeah,
Johnny.
he's cramped up.
He just dropped behind play.
He scored two goals like that.
Stepanidakis, and he sends one home.
Leo Mazis.
It was Mazis. Leo Mazis, well done. What a great goal. What a finish. He thumps the air. He pumps his fist. That's 7-0. What a finish.
Well, Greg, he's been threatening to do that all season, and I think that was a bit of a...
I'm just watching Johnny A.
I hope he hasn't done a calf.
It was a ripping finish.
Looks like either a hamstring or cramp.
No, it's got
cramp.
It's not. It wasn't a string. He wasn't. No, it's cramp.
And the referee obliging. But wow, what a finish, Greg. That's probably the goal of the night, I'd say.
John Byrne on camera there, just giving us the update on the cramp of Johnny A. It's a 7-0 scoreline. That is certainly a record in terms of cup ties. It wouldn't be far away from.
Yeah, they're just really purring at the moment. Let the motor run, and what a finish by Leo Mazis. He tried to do a few of those in the league matches this season. Unfortunately, hasn't been able to hit the target. But that one right up where the Spiders live, Greg.
They look like Jeff Boycott before the break, and then after lunch they look like Bradman.
Offside.
Do you know who Don Bradman was, John?
Yeah, Sir Don.
Yes. Player down. Is that your bloke, Eunice? Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Sean Ellis is having a stretch. Well, we can have a stretch, John, and just talk quickly about all the club sponsors quickly. My Dream RV, Bell Collision, the Chima Group, Prime Plastic Bags, Olympic Hotel, Chemist Warehouse, Nero Plumbing, AIG Security, Suvlaki, GR, and of course, Melbourne City Toyota Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Johnny A with a couple. Josh Penn with a couple. Leo Mazis with a ripper. Who else scored, John? Cocaine Shepherd and Dom Fowler have given the Warriors a successful path into the 5th round of the competition. That was Stepanidakis.
Now it's Fowler.
Thanks, John.
Offside is Josh Penn.
Flag is up. He's a quick doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the linesman on this side. He's good.
Up and at him straight away.
No, absolutely. He's a ripper. You know, the bloke I feel sorry for is tiny little Sam Mumford.
Well, he's had a good game, Greg. He saved the penalty, made a couple of really good saves.
Yep.
Knocked out one of his players.
and conceded 7.
And been potted by me unjustly.
No, well, look, when the game was hot, when it was sizzling, he was terrific. The Sunbury United goalkeeper. They've had a few heroes out there tonight. I reckon. Look, the second half sort of shellacking aside, I reckon they'll take a lot out of this.
Well, the first half certainly they defended well, as I suspected. The second half, as you said, Greg,
as you suspected,
as I suspected would happen. The class and fitness of Heidelberg has taken over, but that first 45 minutes, they a lot to work with there. Once again, Sean Ellis trying to do a defence-fitting cross. There's Anthony Theo.
That was terrific, wasn't it?
Tried to Eunice with the ball.
He's the only bloke you're picking up for them.
Wow.
As Stepanidakis. Well, he stutter-stepped the defender. Strokes it, squares it for Sean, who tried to finesse it home with one of those trademark kind of gift goals, you know, those beautiful goals that you expect, but not that time. It took off perfect trajectory. John, if you were heading off overseas in an F111, no, you wouldn't be going in an F111.
Slide it in there, Greg. You see how he covers the ground there? Looks
John,
majestic on the...
He's beautiful on the ball. He really is. He's a Pavlova, John. He's a new Rayev.
I was thinking like a gazelle, Greg.
Pavlova was a goalkeeper.
Was a gazelle.
was a ballet player.
Tripped the light, fantastic, Greg.
I think she was, or I don't know many things, and that's one of them.
Rudolf Nureyev.
What?
Rudolf Nureyev.
Rudolph the red-nosed bloody reindeer for Tom Fowler. It's just getting ridiculous. It always does when we get together. It's like...
Well, the result's academic, Greg.
It's like kindergarten. Let's eat crayons. Josh Penn.
Leave your childhood fantasies out.
It's been good working with you. It's been getting the team together.
How good has it been back on HUFC TV, Greg? And
out of 10, it's been
thanks to the sponsors.
Solid 8,
now,
hasn't it? And coverage then
Matt
from the
Salakidis
smiling
with a touch.
assassin.
Yes.
He's terrific.
It's good to see the youngsters getting a run.
No,
Greg.
it actually really is, to be honest with you. And he
Going on
hits half field. It takes a little...
bit of a social in there, Greg.
What?
Bit of a saunter upfield.
A saunter, was it? Damiano back to his goalkeeper. And it's hammered out a player. We're heading into the last 60 seconds of this cup tie. Fourth round of the Doherty Cup / Australia Cup. And
keep an eye on that fourth
Heidelberg.
Greg.
Can you wait till the end of a sentence sometimes? It's the Warriors through to the fifth round. Anthony Theo is swinging a sway, and Stephen Adakis, well, a little bit. Well, they're going to be tired. It's been a heck of a night, a heck of a second half. A 6-goal blitz, and the Warriors have tamed the underdogs, John.
Well and truly, Greg, put the result in no doubt within the first few minutes in the second half with those 2 goals in 3 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Warriors Road, of course, as you mentioned, nothing this weekend, and then it's hosting St Albans on in 8 days' time. Josh Penn, he's through. He's on a hat trick, Josh Penn. He was swung out of the contest, unbalanced. He waits, back pedals.
That's Mazes, Greg.
And Mazes, who scored from there a minute ago, this time he hooks it back and bang, there's a hat trick. That is 8.
Wow.
That was lethal, and the J Penn second half hat trick. You're right. Did your brain just explode? Josh Penn with a massive second half. He's scored 3 now, the J Penn. And how about Leo Mazes then too? The setup was gorgeous because he wanted to take the shot and then he just thought better of it, took it to the line, drew it back on the perfect trajectory for the J Penn, and the North Queensland Cowboy goes whack bang.
Whack bang, and that really shook the back of the net, and poor Sammy Mumford had to pick the ball out of the net 8 times, but
yeah, you're gloating now.
By no means.
You are gloating right now.
Indeed.
Well, for a time there, it looked as if Sunbury United were going to put in a big second half, but the Warriors have capped that and topped that and come home like a winner. It's like Far Lap, Johnny. Just come home like a winner. There was never any doubt. Hand and heel. No.
Extended themselves and went whooshka.
They did. They've really ripped him, haven't they? He's been all right since he's come on, Stephen Adakis, hasn't he?
Good time to come on, Greg, with the team well in control.
That would be Mazes again. Yes, and he's double-teamed and cops the
good tackle.
It's the Leo Mazes sandwich. The up and under ball.
Well, Matt Salakidis and AJ.
Is Matt Salakidis taller than I remember? Has he grown?
He's still a growing boy, man.
Is he?
Unlike Zara, who's
don't get injured.
Reached full maturity. Well, now Leo Mazes.
What do you reckon? Zara's getting taller. We're in stoppage time.
Now Leo Mazes is really irate there. He's saying, "Look at the rake down my legs, referee." Referee says, "Don't want to know about it."
Well, maybe the referee just wants to get over and done with because it's over and out now. It's like a good auction, John. Sunbury United, they are going, gone, aren't they?
Yeah,
you see what I said there, John?
Well no more bids.
No more bids. You're an idiot. Oh, dear. It's been wonderful.
He's going to call it off, Greg. Yep.
So Ryan Govan with the last touch of the leather on this Thursday evening to everybody in the HUFC TV family on this special night. Happy Easter to you if it's your Easter this weekend. What a night it has been for the Warriors. Dom Fowler put the Warriors ahead 1-0 at half-time. Sunbury United have been magnificent. They were brave and they were bold. And they went in at the break with every reason to think that they might make something of this. But the Warriors came out in this second half and absolutely destroyed the Sunbury United team. A couple of goals early on and then just the momentum. The finger was out of the dike, Johnny. The water was pouring through, and in the end, they were washed away. Sunbury United, 8-0 record-breaking cup win here at home for the Warriors. Quick summary from you, John Forinos.
Well, complete and utter domination from pretty much on the start of the second half, and well, wouldn't you love to be Josh Pinn? Just gets a half a football, lazy hat trick. Leo Mazas was a superb finish, but a comprehensive win in the end, and a brave Sunbury in the first half, as we said, Greg, but just completely blown away in the second half.
Blown away indeed. We said before, when we were talking before the game, do they take the handbrake off and just go for it? Well, they did in the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Just put the foot down, and unlikely two-goal hero, Johnny Apostolopoulos. Kane Shepherd, almost feel for him, the hat trick of assists, double woodwork, and then the scrappiest of goals, but we'll credit to him. And of course, as we said, Josh Pinn with that hat trick, and he's in great goal scoring form, and this all bodes well for Heidelberg going forward.
Thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers, and of course Melbourne City Toyota, Joe Fott. Well, it's been 260-something days since we worked together. It can be another 260 before we will again.
Thanks to JB on camera as well.
I was getting it. If you just shut up.
Okay,
let me end a sentence. Just let me end a sentence, all right? JB on back with us. He was up in, I don't know where he was.
Queensland, Greg.
Was he Queensland? Was he out there when you were rampaging there?
I have no idea, Greg.
And
what happens on the trip stays on the trip.
Of course, Spielberg, who couldn't be with us tonight. He was, I don't know, he didn't do anything. But on behalf of all the team, we thank you for your company tonight. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you're an Alexander fan and a Sunbury United fan, good luck to them as the season progresses. Hopefully we'll speak to you again someday as a team. If not, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Great working with you tonight, Blakey, and John Byrne on camera.
It's
and
been
Spielberg.
It's been really good. And look, the thing is, doesn't matter where we go, Johnny. You and I, like a couple of old vagabonds, a couple of old derelicts eating out of bins, but we're still part of the Warrior Nation.
Well, we are Warrior Nation. You can be away for 267 days. You might be away for another 267 days.
Never come
but
back.
We're part of Warrior Nation, baby.
Catch you later, kids.